First tip, do not use this gun. This gun is a piece of shit. How the fuck has this gun not been buffed yet? That's the first and most important tip I'm going to talk about in this video. Don't use this piece of shit. Anyways, I'm going to throw some timestamps up on the screen here. Basically, I'm just going to chart all the most important parts of this video, just in case someone is viewing this video and they've already seen a video breaking down certain parts and they just came to this video for a certain subject. I'm going to put all the timestamps on the screen. That way you can just skip through and find whatever the fuck you're looking for, if there's anything in particular. So the most important thing is the class setup and what snipers you're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out my Pellington setup, which is a gun that I don't really use a lot, and my LW3 setup. They're virtually identical, but if you take a look at my Pellington, I'm running Gunfighter instead of Perk Greed, just because I feel like the Pellington is a worse sniper overall. So I'm just trying to load it up with attachments. But the core attachments, the Tiger Barrel, the grip, the mag, all this stuff is identical. And I just threw like a silencer on the Pellington and whatnot just because, again, I feel like it's an inferior sniper. And perks, I've got Flak Jacket, Tac Mask in the first slot on the LW3 class because this is my main class that I'm using. And perk 2, I am rocking Assassin and Scavenger. I mean, Scavenger is really the only good perk in perk 2, but hey, who cares? And perk 3, I've got Ghost and Ninja. Because if you don't use Ninja, they're going to hear you stomping around everywhere, and the audio is damn near perfect in this game. So if you're just getting new to sniping and you want a couple free kills and you walk up beside somebody, they probably won't know that you're there. It basically makes you dead silent. Sometimes people hear me when I'm using it. It's super inconsistent. And other times I don't hear them. They don't hear me. I can sneak up, get like an execution. And Ghost, obviously, the UAV spam in this game is absolutely brutal. Super brutal. So that's why I run that. And then as far as lethal and tacticals go, it really doesn't matter what you run. I just run a stun and a tomahawk for fun. And then I'm running a trophy system as my field upgrade because no one plays OBJ. So when I throw that shit down and I'm the only one on the flag, it's destroying 6 nades, 15 stuns, 170 tomahawks. It's just a really nice piece of equipment, and it gives you scores. And now I'm going to go ahead and list off and show you guys all the different types of sniping. So you got your main sniping, which you probably came to this video for, which is quickscoping. The most fun, the most used in Call of Duty, that is, which is just a super quick tap on the right trigger or R2, whatever controller you're using. Just barely enough to get your scope fully up so you can see through it. I wouldn't recommend it, obviously, for all ranges and whatnot. So we're going to move on to my most preferred, and I kind of get ripped for it all the time, and that's drag scoping. But if you're new to sniping, your centering won't be amazing for the most part. So you're going to have to adjust your shot a little bit. And that could go for all ranges, whether it's long range, short range, medium to long. When you center in, they may not be on that reticle, so you got to drag it off a little bit. And it's still a quick scope. Like, it's not a hard scope by means. You're just in that scope a little bit longer than a quick scope. I still consider it a quick scope. I mean, it's not like a black scope or anything. Which is where your scope isn't even all the way pulled up, which is impossible by this game. I'll talk about that in a second. And then you have your hard scope, which everyone knows what this is. You're just sitting in your scope, waiting for enemies. Just super basic. If you have like a slow play style and like you're getting started, like I said, you can use this in drag scoping a lot. That way you can warm up into quick scoping. And don't neglect any of these. Don't be that fucking guy that's just quick scoping because his friend said hard scoping was super shitty and for noobs. If you want to bring yourself to the fullest potential, you want to use all three. There are some times where you can't quick scope and you'll have to hard scope, and other times where you didn't center perfectly. So now you have to drag it a little bit. So don't neglect any of these. It's not wrong to hard scope like some people say. It's just beneficial, and you want to give yourself every advantage. So, and here I want to go in and talk about the play style you should be using while you're playing this game in particular. You can get away with it on certain games like BO2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and games like that, where you're just rushing around destroying a lobby. But I'm going to put some gameplay up on the screen. Some satellite gameplay that I got a couple weeks ago. It's nothing amazing, but it's like, this is how you should be playing if you want to do really well and you're playing in normal lobbies, not these fucking reverse boosted type shit. Like, you're actually playing real lobbies. You don't want to be rushing around because you're going to get lasered from 15 different directions. You want to pick a spot, demolish, and just inch your way forward. If you want to go rush for a clip, go rush for a clip. But don't go over and over putting yourself in horrible situations, because that's how you get extremely frustrated. And just die over and over. I mean, it sucks. It sucks that the ADS on the snipers are absolutely awful and whatnot. But, you know, that's the way it is. So, especially with this game and Modern Warfare where you die extremely fast, it's nice to just sit back, pick people off at ranges, and let them come to you. Because they're going to come to you. And that's the point of sniping in the first place. It's not like you don't have to hardscope everything at these ranges, because they're going to be coming to you. They may pop up right in front of you, but let them come to you. Me personally, I love the rush, so I'm still doing it in this game, and that's why this game isn't very enjoyable for me, but, you know, that's the way it goes, folks. Another thing I want to get into is the nuances and details that aren't necessarily exclusive to this game, but I want to talk about how they affect this game, and then certain things that are exclusive to this game that you should definitely keep in the back of your mind. And the number thing I want to talk about, because this applies to every Call of Duty, is moving while you're sniping. So, back in games like MW2, COD 4, Black Ops 1, you had to stop moving when you were sniping or your bullet was not going to register. Especially in Black Ops 1 case. Let's say you were jumping, dolphin diving, or just moving, your bullet was not going to register. And people like me found that out the hard way. Especially when I was getting comfortable on Black Ops 2 and it just didn't matter. And on games like War 2 where it just doesn't matter. And on this game, it doesn't matter as well. You can be moving, but that is not an excuse to move. I understand when you stop moving, you become a bigger target. But if you end up killing the person, your target did not fucking matter because they're in the dirt now. So you're going to have to compensate for that unpredictable movement you're creating. You moving in your scope could be the difference between you killing your target and you just hitting a piece of like geometry. Like, let's say you're close to a wall and someone's just right around the corner, you barely see them, but you pick up your scope, but you still move to the left. Bam, you're going to shoot the wall and miss your target, and then you're going to get jump, drop, fucking shitted on. Try to train yourself not to move. Just go play some fucking bots. Nothing wrong with that. And take, every time you pull up your scope, bam, take your left thumb off the left stick. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's what I did back in the day when I was learning to snipe, especially on games like Black Ops 1 where it's a huge deal. And it wasn't just a matter of compensating for unpredictable movement. Then we have the next thing that is exclusive to this game, and that is the pop shotting / black scoping, whatever you want to call it. And that is like the quickest, the quicketiest quickscope you could possibly do. It doesn't exist in this game. If your scope is not up for, I would say, half a second to a second, your shot will not register. Or it'll just fly into a completely different direction, which is exclusive to this game. In every other COD, you can black scope, you can pop shot. I'm not saying it was the most effective. There's a plethora of things that have to fall into place for that to work. A lot of luck. But on this game, it is just luck. And it's not even luck. You legitimately have to miss. Like, your reticle cannot be on the person, because if it is, it's just not going to hit. So it's a slimmest chance of luck, and it's lucks that is tied into inaccuracy. That is one of my least favorite things about this game. It's bullshit, it's stupid, but hey, it exists, and you guys should definitely keep that in the back of your mind. So I'm going to just go over and quickly recap all of the most important key points in this video. And that is, make sure you're detailing and creating a sniper that has the fastest ADS time, the most damage without sacrificing your bullet velocity and your accuracy as a whole. Number 2, make sure you're using all 3 forms of sniping. It's going to help you on streaks. It's going to help you on clips. It's going to be that deciding factor whether or not you live or you die. And then don't move when you're sniping. Make sure you're taking your thumb off the left stick. Even though it's not a big deal in this game, it's going to help you out in the long run. in your sniping journey. And then just critique your playstyle a little bit. Make sure you're not just rushing, going 8-30 every single game. Even though you're not a bad player, you just need to alter your playstyle a little bit, and it's going to help you out so fucking much, especially as you're learning the ropes of sniping. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching.